What is good, YouTube? Quinn Way back at it again. We gonna end the day with Serge Ibaka signing his 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. I told you guys I was not happy with what was going on with the Clippers and their roster, and they lost a bunch of pieces that really made them unique and special. I do like Serge Ibaka more than Montrezl Harrell, so I like that. I feel like that's an upgrade because Serge Ibaka is a better perimeter player. He's a significantly better defensive player. 7 feet. Also, he's 6'9", 6'8". This is a 7-footer, and he can put the ball on the ground from time to time, knock down mid range, unselfish. A guy that has already went to war with Kawhi Leonard and won a title, and he's dependable. Serge Ibaka doesn't really miss many games. He's a guy that's battle tested in the playoffs, been through a lot of wars. One of my favorite players. I know Serge. I love Serge, your brother. I've been knowing Serge Ibaka for a long time, and I'm happy, that he has a chance to win the title. A lot of people wanted him to stay in Toronto because of everything I just mentioned. He's a winner. He's a sacrificer, and he's a champion for all those reasons. And he's a hard worker. I know a lot of people don't realize that this guy went from just being a defensive ace to being a great free throw shooter, being a great mid-range scorer, being a guy that can actually shoot above average from three as a big. And he wasn't even known for his shot. And now when you think about Serge Ibaka, you think about his spacing ability. That's how much work he has put in to become the player that he is today and the champion that he is today. This is the ultimate team player. It's going to pay dividends getting Serge. This is a guy they need. I always had interest in Zubac. I feel like Zubac is a guy that sets good screens. He do all the small little things that you need him to do, considering that this is a perimeter-oriented team. But Serge Ibaka adds that too, while also being a better defender. I feel like the rebounding is one thing that Serge struggles at a little bit. He's not an elite rebounder for his position, but he is older, and you're not paying him a significant amount of money. And on top of that, what you're getting is effort, energy, hustle, and fight. You got that from Montrezl Harrell, but you got it even better with a guy like Serge Ibaka. So I feel like they went down a little bit, and now I feel like they made a big move. This is a big move for them because it really allows them to go big because they can go Zubac and Serge at the same time. And even if they go small, they can still have Serge at the 5 being able to guard the ADs and the Kevin Durant's and the Giannis's while also being able to space out the floor for the Kawhis and the Paul George to be able to get to their floater and to the free throw line because they can break guys off the dribble, and then they can always kick it out to people like Serge and also Kawhi or Paul George, depending on who's open, and they can be threats like that. So this is a big move to me in the fact that they didn't really give him a significant amount of money or a long-term deal. So to me, if this don't work, then they can move forward easily. If it does work, then they have a chance to sign them even longer. And if it, is just for the Kawhi Leonard tenure, you're not locked into this contract for a long period of time if he gets injured or if he doesn't fit or if Kawhi Leonard and Paul George decide that they don't want to play with the Clippers no more eventually and leave. You don't have to worry about being stuck with this contract and wishing you never gave it to him because he'll be going to a different team if he do choose to leave. So this is probably the best deal the Clippers have made today. And if you're a Clipper fan, things are looking a lot better. Cause y'all getting a lot of forwards, and the more forwards and more people that can isolate. Y'all don't need that. Y'all already got a bunch of those same players, and finally they get something that they actually do need, and they also fit a positional fit. Because Joakim Noah is not coming back, and he's not better than Serge, and that Zubac is a solid center, but he's not better than Serge either. So we're going to see how this lineup going to be. We're going to see how they decide how they want to play. This is the flexibility and the versatility that you want as a championship contender. You want to be able to throw as many lineups and as much matchup problems to your advantage to your opponent. And I feel like this is a big component of being able to do that, especially against a team like the Lakers, a team like the Rockets and the Clippers. I mean, not the Clippers, the Rockets and the Warriors and stuff like that. So this is a big deal. This is a big one to me. And even though I didn't like all the Clipper moves, this allows it to make a little bit more sense. I still got to see him play. I still got to see what Tyronn Lue is going to run and how he's going to anchor this defense with these players, because they did have a lot of talent. Like I said, and they disappointed last year. This year, they don't have that excuse. They have to get it done. And this move helps them get better, and it helps them make a lot more sense compared to the other moves that they made. This one is actually a need, and this is actually something they should have did. The other ones really wasn't necessary in my personal opinion, and I don't really feel like the other moves made them significantly better. If not, it made them a little worse because they also lost other players. But this and the other moves allows me to see it. It makes a lot more sense now. But at the same time, we still got to see them play on the court, and we got to see if they can stay healthy, and if they don't have excuses and go crazy with the jacking off at the mouth. We'll see what they do, but this should make them still one of the top 3 teams in the entire NBA, or at least the Western Conference. And with that being said, we expecting a title if you're a Clipper fan this year. They didn't get it done last year. They don't have any excuses with a whole new season, endless games, and they can still make other moves as free agency and the trade deadline is not over, and then they can still do buyouts. So they have no excuses unless they're just not good enough. And if they're not good enough, they got beat by a better team. And if that's the case, this duo might not be as good as we thought it would be coming into last year, and it might not be as good as we thought this year if they don't get it done. You only got so much time in the world, and the days are not promised already. So you got to try to get it while the getting is good. And the Clippers made a good move here, but they still have a lot more work to do because they actually got to make it work on the court. And we'll see if Tyronn Lue and his coaching staff can get it done, and if they can stay healthy, and if they can actually go out there and handle their business, which they failed to do last season, even in the regular season. For them to finish second and blow a 3-1 lead, a lot of people lost a lot of respect for this team with all that talent. So just because it looked good on paper, like we seen, don't mean it's going to work out. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page and like on there. Thanks for everybody that likes. Thanks for everybody that continues to support it. Not only that, you can buy merchandise just like this. You can change the color of the shirt, change the color of the logo, and also change to the logo that you want, and you can customize it the way you want it to be. Not only that, if I had to be honest, you can also check out my older videos. I got breakdowns of players, legends, rookies, summer league coverage, draft coverage, free agency, trade deadline, season previews, top 10 lists, and not only that, playoff predictions. So with all that being said, you can support the channel further by liking on this video, watching the video, subscribing, and also sharing. It allows me to reach more people. The more people that see, the more people we reach, the better the channel will be and the more successful it will become. And y'all already been doing that, so I appreciate it at the end of the day. Other than that, let me see what your comments are. I'll read every comment. I enjoy the comments that y'all leave. And other than that, I'll be coming back with another video.